Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. And we are here at Talanji's Rebuke, guys. Looks like we've had quite a few shipwrecks here, and the Forsaken have made a forward camp in this location. I'm not exactly sure what they're up to, but let's go ahead and find out. We've got Lieutenant Dennis Grimtail here.
What do you require?
You've been sent to check up on me. I can't believe any of them survived the wreck. We were told to prevent any survivors from gaining a foothold. There are far more of them than expected. We need to weaken their forces. Well, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Kill 10 shipwrecked 7th Legion. Ooh, the Alliance are here.
Farewell.
The things they carried. We need to know more about these sailors before we report back. Ideally, we would invade their camp, but there are too many for our small group to take on. Lucky for us, they're focused on their salvage operation over safety. See if you can find any intelligence on their leaders who are scavenging the derelicts. Acquire intelligence from the Alliance.
Watch your back.
Ah, yes. We got another Goblin Troll combination. Gibi.
I got the goodies.
I am here to observe. We Zandalari are very interested in these Forsaken. Oh, I would imagine so. Crabulous Feast. The Forsaken didn't bring any food with them. I think they might be cannibals. At the very least, they don't need to eat. TK and I are going to starve out here. Swindlegear, if you're not too busy, could you bring us something to eat? Maybe some fresh crab. Gather 7 lumps of crab meat from the derelict hexapods.
You gon' be back for these goods.
I think I can do that.
Well, spit it out.
This jungle is a whole new habitat of creatures and critters. It's a shame we're here to deal with Alliance driftwood. I've got an idea and I think it's genius. 2 words. Poison, bugs. First, I need some bugs. Crawling and flying ones, just to be thorough for our test. Gather 5 bugs. TK Treadle Bobbin.
Glad I could help.
Okie dokie. Well, it looks like, well, wait, hold on a second. Because Jelani didn't actually cause any of the ships to crash when she summoned her Loa, did she? Well, I don't know. Maybe they tried to land on the shore and they were they weren't particularly lucky. 7th Legion Windfinder. Now, we better find some loot here. And by the way, guys, I apologize again if my throat sounds weird. I'm still dealing with a sore throat. I was barely able to get one video out yesterday, but I'm trying to soldier through. I think I may have turned a corner. Here's hoping. At least. I just kind of need to keep my talking to a minimum when I'm not recording. And of course it makes sense that any time that I have something planned for the channel, like for example the Q&A I want to do for hitting 5,000 subscribers, I get sick like immediately, like after I come up with the idea. But I am planning on getting that recorded. Large lump of crab meat sometime this week and have it out this weekend. Also, if you guys don't have anything to do this weekend, I have an awesome little kind of side project I am doing on Twitch. Me and my roommate Liquid are going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, starting about noon central, but normally when these videos would come out during the weekdays. And we are doing a Dead by Daylight live stream, and for every time that Liquid legitimately screams in terror, because he does do that when we play Dead by Daylight, he is actually going to be donating money to the charity of my choice, which is going to be Extra Life. And I'm actually going to be matching his donation. Oh, Sergeant Wayne. Okay, we got one of the named mobs here. So definitely the opportunity for some laughs and helping out some kids in need. A sheaf of waterlogged papers most unreadable that details what the ship was carrying. Ooh. So if you feel compelled to check that out, it'll start at 12 Central Time, and I think will last about 3 hours or so. So come on by. There we go. And then enough shameless plugging.
Hey, that's too far
Are there any Tinsel ice stock? Are there Horde ships here, or are these all Alliance ships? Oh no, I see some Horde banners out there, but I don't know if that ship is crashed or if it's just blockaded. Guess we'll find out here soon enough. And these 7th Legion Windfinders apparently were too good at their job, because they found some powerful winds. Was it glorious? No. No, it was not. What else? We need to collect some bugs. Where would the bugs be? Oh. Right here. Mosquito, which you know that this is a fantasy game because no mosquito ever would be that still. We've had a lot of rain over here in the desert, and with the weather change and everything, the mosquitoes have started to come into their own, and it is bad. I have some co-workers of mine that are being eaten alive, it seems. Little by little. But fortunately, fall is on its way, which means the mosquito infestation should be relatively quick. Here's hoping. Like, I love the fall. I hate the month of September for several reasons. But it's just one of those things that when the weather starts getting just a little bit cool, down here in the desert where it's usually so hot, the start of fall can be so good weather-wise in terms of stuff to do, because it becomes pretty temperate. And I just saw bananas. That was weird. Playing Donkey Kong Country? Now we need a scouting map. We need to collect 3 more bugs. We need 1 more 7th Legion soldier dead, and then they're just going to become an annoyance. How about you hanging out here by your lonesome? Zap. One of the more interesting things, like, I don't think I've been on, like, I've driven wave runners and things of that nature, but I don't think I've ever been on an actual ship, on an actual boat. I'm trying to remember if I maybe went on a ferry or something when I was younger, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So, the concept of being in a shipwreck is something that I just couldn't really fathom. And the thing about it is, I'm not too fond of deep bodies of water in the first place. I talked about this during my Legion series, but when I was very young... Why did I just try to hit pocket a crab? When I was very young, I actually technically drowned. During a friend's pool party, there were a ton of kids...
I need to get close.
Ton of kids at the pool, and I couldn't swim. But I had this little kind of life preserver thing around, the inner tube. And I went over to the deep end where some of my friends, or some, I don't know if they were necessarily my friends, but the kids that were at the party had a raft. And they had like 3 kids in a raft. And I tried to climb onto the raft, and I slipped. And when I fell back into the water, my body actually slipped all the way through the inner tube. And I was at the deep end. There were tons of kids playing. No one really noticed my plight. And my brother, who was 9 years older than me, who was hanging out with his friends,
I need to target something first.
noticed me as my body was rising up to the surface. So he dove in the water and got me. And apparently I was not breathing. And I didn't have a pulse or anything. So they needed to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and all that. And I woke up coughing water. And my brother was very, very relieved. So ever since then, me and large, deep bodies of water haven't really got along. I've learned how to swim. I mean, I can at least doggy paddle and things of that nature if I absolutely need to. But, yeah, like, even water levels, when you're in deep bodies of water and there's something in there with you, like trying to make you drown, that has always made me nervous. I specifically remember Shadows, the sewer level in Shadows of the Empire, making me particularly, like, on edge. Medic Hunt. Zap. And here we go. Take out the medics first. That should be standard. Always target the healers. Bashing blow. Ooh. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting that, oh, you get a rune cloth bandage and I don't get a rune cloth bandage anymore. Favoritism. All the words unsaid. Oh crap. There's a server shut down in 15 minutes. Ew. Wait a minute, what day is this? It's Wednesday. Normally there is no such thing. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and take care of as many things as we can. Oh, actually, nope. That horde ship is actually sailing on the water. Huzzah! Zandalari Quickblades. Oh, I bet there's an Alliance camp somewhere nearby. Because those look like NPCs we can actually... They're friendly, but they look like NPCs that the Alliance could attack. Interesting. Well, there are certain areas that we can go to in Kulturas, so I guess it only makes sense that there's some areas here that Alliance characters can go to. Where's your Banshee Queen now? I don't need no Banshee Queen. I got 2 swords and the will to use them.
Hey, that's too far away.
There you go. Did we get that bug? Okay. I feel that we need a net, kind of like Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Good old bug kid. We need one more bug and a scouting map. And I see the bug there in the distance. Right next to Sailor Jason. I think that's his name. And zap. If the ocean couldn't kill me, what makes you think you can? And you don't really know me. Or the things that I've done, or the people I've killed. And not necessarily people. Giant critters, demons, old ones. I'm pretty adept at it. And he says, "At last, peace." I'm like, well, if you wanted peace, I could have handed that off to you. Do you mind? Blind. Alright, bugs collected, 5 out of 5. Yeah, let's just zoom, zoom, zoom. And of course it's raining. I really wonder why the servers are shutting down. Is there a holiday or something going on? No? Time walking, Harvest Festival? Yeah, Harvest Festival and Brewfest and everything are going on right now, guys, but there's nothing new this year whatsoever, which is normal for when an expansion first pops up. Like next year, there'll probably be more good stuff, but for right now, it's just kind of the same old, so I'm not really touching them unless you guys want me to. Okay, let's talk to the lieutenant last.
You here to buy, Richmond?
My stomach is rumbling already. This'll do nicely. Now all we need is some butter. And maybe some lemon.
Come on, you can afford another bubble or two.
I do really like crab meat.
What's the word on the street?
These are gonna be great.
Don't be a stranger.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Not good. Crate of bugs. Ooh. Oh, okay, I could tap them and now I can't. Weird.
Speak quickly.
We have an infestation of Alliance. We've done what we can. I'll need a message for reinforcements. And what have you found?
Unsent letter. A battered letter, unfinished and unsent, clearly intended for someone back in Stormwind. A rough map of the local shoreline with many notes. And what details of what the ship was carrying.
Intelligence isn't always gathered from the most obvious things. This is a complete disaster. The intelligence you gathered seems to indicate that they already have footholds on this island, and this is just another one. They have a boat, and we need to stall them. Here's some Sephorium. Plant it on their boat and sabotage their hopes of escape. If possible, take out their captain leading the evacuation.
Stop the Alliance evacuation efforts.
Victory for Sylvanus.
Will do. Think we can pull that off before the end of this. Sephorium bomb placed. Captain Sarai Naut slain. Ooh, we get to do a little pirate interdiction. I'm okay with this. Gotta show the pretend pirates who's boss. Well, let's see what this crew looks like. Apparently all we need to do is plant the bomb and kill the captain. So we don't need to fight too much through all of this. See, here's the axe throwers and everything, so... And 7th Legion sailors. Ooh, there's a treasure chest. Good, I was about to be very disappointed. And are these all Forsaken? Or, yeah, all Horde. Don't mind if I take this off your hands. Witch Doctor's beads, war resources, and 2 scrolls. What do we got? Fake. 3 more to go. 9 out of 12. Alrighty, here we go. Maybe we're actually preventing a foothold from being created. I'm okay with this. On the double, we're in hostile territory, not Stormwind. Let's get this stuff unloaded and wounded evacuated now. Hey, yeah. Sap. No pockets to pick. And you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna kill you. And we've got a lot of... Ooh, we got a lot of Alliance here. Let's riposte. And Cloak of Shadows, just to say we did. Heal up. And she said I still succeeded when we killed her. Did I do okay?
I don't have a ton.
I'm afraid you didn't make the cut. And here's the sea. Oh, I can. Okay. That was weird. Kind of went right through the boat there. Excuse me. Pardon me. All your friends are dead. Pardon me. Hey! Oh, I keep on forgetting. Being a rogue, I can get dismounted. I played... Every time I have a character that can play tank, I normally play tank spec. There's the Alliance camp. So I tend to get used to not being dismounted when I'm running through, like, enemies. And then if I play Swindle or any of my DPS characters, I do the exact same thing because I tend to forget about it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey! That's unpleasant. I didn't take this into account. Yeah, all these respawns. Come on, let me get on the mechanical hog. Don't be greedy. That's my job. Actually, let's go ahead and just vanish. We've got 6 minutes left. I'm looking at the clock nervously, hoping that we don't get committed to something. before it's too late. And this deposit keeps on respawning. I like it. Just hang out here and get all the materials we need for engineering. Okay, so we didn't get any kind of like quest item.
And you are...
Finally, something goes our way. We've stopped them escaping. For now.
Trust no one.
And was that it? I guess that was it. Okie dokie. I was expecting something a little bit more. Maybe this isn't really our zone. We just get a few quests here to counteract the Alliance base. Well, where to go now? Probably... We got the Sending Out an SOS, and deeper into Kultaras, and then Hunting Zool. I want to save Hunting Zool for last. Any interesting mini-pets other than Flutterwings? Reminds me of Butterfree from Pokemon. And I can't hear Butterfree without thinking of the meme of Hank Hill being the Pokemon master. Butterfree! I know my throat's hurting if I can't do Hank Hill correctly. Alrighty. Well, let us go ahead and head back to the port in our little water form. Yeah, no pressure or anything, just 3 minutes until the server goes boom. And actually is breaking a record. Most of the episodes of this series have been like over 30 minutes, which normally isn't my standard operating procedure, but you guys seem to like it, which is all that matters. But I guess this one will be under 30 today. It'll be about 25. If I time it correctly. Also wanting to pay attention to the terrain as we're flying, making sure that we don't miss any quests that may be suddenly popping up for us. And maybe it's time that we actually start making stuff with our engineering. We've got a ton of monolite ore. We've got some storm silver. If we want to go that way, we can make a magnetic discombobulator. I don't know, I was looking at all the stuff that engineering can make, and I wasn't exactly, like, thrilled. There's a mount, though, that eventually we can take care of, but not at the moment. We don't have the proper skills to pay the bills. Well, let's head over here first. We got the SOS. Captain Grezko.
Do you need protection?
You're just the man I was looking for. I have heard tales.
I am sworn to defend the royal family.
My crew is not on board with the word of Zool. We saw too much of who he really is. Far out in the harbor, Zool's traitors have joined with the Mogu to try to take my ships. If we lose the fleet in the harbor, we lose the city. We must let Zuldazar know we stand strong. We take back the ships, and we drive the villains out. You must light the towers with lower blessed flame. They will always see that the Bay of Kings belongs to Zandalar. Get to the ship.
Our kingdom will be defended.
Okay. I'll let King Rastakhan know. Take the fleet scout to the far island. Okay, I can't wait to do that dungeon with that goblin ship. And we got 1 minute. Hopefully, this is a short flight. Send the signal. It's going to be one of those Gondor calls for aid moments. And we got another one of the huge flagships right here. I don't think that's Rastakhan's might. Nope. I understand now why Sylvanas wanted these, wanted the Zandalari, not only for their army, but the navy is quite impressive with all the ships that we've seen. The Isle of Fangs. Okay, guys. Well, this will go ahead and end the episode for the day. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If y'all have liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone. And 10 seconds to go.